And we've got Pam Hogan with the DiSpirito Team, who is one of the top agents in Rhode Island, and she works with dozens and dozens of buyers, as well as closed more sales than you can count. And she's here with us today, and we're talking today about the inspection contingency. More or less, that's your time to be doing those due diligent things, right, Pam?
Oh, absolutely. We run into a situation sometimes where people are trying to do all of that homework ahead of time, and that doesn't always, play to their favor in this fast moving market. We are given an inspection contingency deadline so that they have that time to do all the research they want to. If they're trying to do it on the front end, they may not get an offer in on time.
So I've got a two-part question. Number one, how many days do they have in the inspection contingency? And then number two, what are some things that people are getting caught up on?
There is a 10-day period excluding weekends and holidays. So if you and I signed a contract today, tomorrow would be day one. Mm-hmm. And, Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays do not count. So it's pretty close to a 2-week period. It's a generous amount of time. I feel like the contract is very buyer friendly in that regard. Yep. And, right now with inspectors being as busy as they are, it's a great thing that they do give that much time, because it sometimes, takes several days to get them to the property to inspect it. But, a buyer can do anything from obviously just the general home inspection to a septic inspection. They might want to do radon, lead. There's any number of things that they can have tested. And so all of those things have to be done during that time period, and not just the inspections concluded during that time period, but any sort of negotiations have to be figured out with the sellers prior to the end of that time frame. Buyers sometimes have to take the emotion out of it and try to look at it as more of like a business transaction, just because they are missing out on some before they find the one. And it's heartbreaking, but it's kind of just the way the market has been. And it's hard to say how long that trend will continue, but we try to get them to not get too emotionally invested until we're, under contract.
Pam, what do you think as far as, the amount of buyers out there and days on market, and, what do you see happening as we get towards the election cycle? Is it going to be a good time to buy, bad time to buy? Totally loaded question there, but
yeah, I mean, and it kind of could go either way. And I feel like it depends on the buyer. If someone really has to buy, I look at it as a great time to be out there pounding the pavement, because there might be a little bit less competition. If some people are going to be distracted by the election or, the upcoming holiday season or whatever, I look at that as an opportunity for a buyer, who really, really needs to buy something, not wants to buy, but has to buy. Like they should, hit the trail running at that point.